Hello everyone and welcome to the testing video of the 1985 Rally Challenge video or Rally Challenge on our beautiful channel. So my friends, well, we are on the what we call the industrial map in BeamNG.Drive, a map that was created by the BeamNG developers themselves. And if you're wondering why I have chosen this map to test those rally cars, because it's a rally cross map. That means you have some tarmac corners and some, of course, gravel and not mud, some gravel corners, which will be absolutely decent for those cars. So we can test the handling on a rally circuit on a loose surface, and of course how grippy and how good they can handle on the tarmac. And of course the car that you are seeing right now, this is the prize of this challenge. So the winner of this challenge is of course the fastest and the quickest car around this test track. So the quickest car here will get this car. This thing has a 4-liter V8 engine making 440 horsepower. As you can well, let me show you the engine. As you can see, here we go. It looks absolutely decent. It's a 60 degrees V8 engine. Look at that beautiful styling. The badges and everything else is looking very decent, and it sounds decent too. So yes, the winner of this challenge will get this car, so he can enjoy driving it in his BeamNG.Drive, because this thing is an absolutely masterpiece when it comes to rallying, drifting and sport driving. It's grippy, it's amazing on a rally surface, and it's a beautiful and powerful tire smoking machine. So good luck to everyone, and I wish you all the best. And now let's begin driving your crazy creations. Alright then, so let's kick things off with the blue rally car. This thing has scored 242.8 total category points from a 4-liter V10 engine, 454 horsepower and 4 seconds from 0 to 100. Alright, let's see how this thing will perform. Alright then, so the blue rally car, that's the name of it, the blue rally S4 404. This thing has scored 53 seconds, 53.635. Not bad for a first start. Alright, so then let's move on with the next car then. The GM rally car. This thing has scored 200.7 total category points from a 4-liter V8 engine, 342 horsepower and 4.5 seconds from 0 to 100. Alright, so it's a coupe, rear wing, front fat lip, the ride height is a little bit too high, and allowed V8. Alright, so let's see how to perform then. Not much details, no wipers, nothing, which is not really appropriate, but yeah. Alright, 55.9 seconds. Not bad indeed for a second start. Alright then, let's move on with the next car. Alright then, so the next car is called the Emperor. This thing has scored 210.3 total category points from a 2.9 liter V6 engine, making 273 horsepower and 4.6 seconds from 0 to 100. Now the styling, well, it looks like a classic 911, but I mean this thing has extremely fat tires, or and not only fat tires, also tons of offset, which I really don't like this style at all, but that's his creation and I shall test it. So let's see how to perform. And yes, rear-wheel drive, by the way. Rear-wheel drive in BeamNG.Drive on dirt. No ABS. Things are disintegrating from the car. Trying to hold the slide. Alright, 59.4 seconds, not bad for a rear-wheel drive car. I mean, I tried my best. I mean, of course I can go a little bit more cleaner, but I'm gonna only do a single lap. So that's pretty much for the Emperor then. Alright, let's move on with the next car then. Okay, so the next car is called the M Industries. This thing has scored 213.3 total category points from a 4 liter V6 engine, making 420 horsepower and 4.2 seconds from 0 to 100. Now the styling looks very classic and not bad actually. I mean, I like the styling in some ways. There are some nice touches and there are some ugly touches, but it looks actually classic from the 80s and looks like a rally car. So let's see if the looks matches the performance then. Yep, I'm sorry, let's restart it because I was blocking the differentials again. The gear ratios are not really helping. Suspension is too hard for this track. Tires are not really grippy. So 58.8. Not bad at all. I was expecting it to be a little bit more quicker, but as you have seen on the last couple of corners, this thing understeered hard. I mean, when you use the brakes, it will understeer even harder. If you use the throttle, you will just spin out, or even, you know, continue understeering all the way to and go off the road, as you have seen. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the M Industries then. So let's move on with the next car. Okay, so the next car is called the Vulpix. Yes, the Vulpix. This thing has scored 217.1 total category points from a 3.9 liter V6 engine, making 406 horsepower and 4.8 seconds from 0 to 100. The styling is actually not that bad. It looks actually decent. So let's see how to perform. What's wrong with the front steering? steering. There's something catastrophically wrong with the steering. Wow, as you can see, off the road completely. Something is definitely wrong with the front steering and of course with the suspension too, but the results speaks for themselves. For 57 seconds, not bad at all, but something wrong with the front tires, maybe the front steering, maybe the front suspension. Something is really terrible is happening at the front. The steering is extremely sensitive and it's understeering hard, and the handbrake is just useless. I'm using it and nothing is happening. So yeah, the Vulpix, yeah, it's not actually a winner, but yeah, not bad at all on the styling. Good work actually on the styling. The engine works perfectly, but the suspension is something wrong with it, and the tires are not really a good choice. So let's move on with the next thing. Okay, so the next car is called the Vampire Motors. This thing has scored 217.2 total category points from a 4-liter V8 engine, 414 horsepower, and 4.4 seconds from 0 to 100. Now the styling is looking very 1980s, not bad, nice rally touches, and the 8 number, not bad at all. And I'm reading the name Tawfiq, is that the driver name or what? And it says the Polonaise V8 Rally Art, not bad. I like the touches, so I like those like stickers and all those vinyls. Looks actually not bad, not that bad. Like it. The noise is amazing too. Alright. Finally, a decent car. Finally! Oh my god, finally! .2 seconds. Not that bad, and I had so much fun with this thing. It's not really the quickest one here, but it's the most fun one so far. I really had fun with it. It's a power sliding machine and it's an amazing thing to drive. The engine, I think, is a little bit like extra powerful, because this thing is keeping spinning the wheels. I mean, yes, if I want to be even a little bit extra careful, I can go into the like 57.9, something like this, but it's really good fun. But of course this thing will never ever go like into the 53s or the 52s. That's why it's not gonna be a winner, but it's a very fun car to drive. I'm really impressed, and it's a true vampire. Alright, let's move on with the next car then. Okay, so the next car is called the Supernova. This thing has scored 219.2 total category points from let's see, an inline 5 turbo. That means a 2.8 liters. Let's see, what is it, 479 horsepower. Wow, that's too much horsepower. That means a very big turbo, and that means a laggy engine. So let's see how to perform, and 3.6 seconds from 0 to 100. So it's not slow at all from 0 to 100, but yeah, that means a big turbo. So the styling is actually very decent. I like the styling. It's giving me sports car looks and rally car looks at the same time. I mean, rally touches all around and some sport car touches on like also everywhere else. So yeah, I like it. It's like 2 for 2, you know, both of styling in one car, which is absolutely decent, and I like that. So let's see how to perform then. Yep, like the engine. but that's very, very quick. Again, something is wrong with the front steering. I don't know if this problem is from the settings or something. Too much grip for the tires, preventing this car from sliding. Yep, too much grip. And I'm not sure if the, oh my god, look at that. I'm not really sure if the front differential or the differentials are like vicious LSD or limited step differential, because it doesn't really want to perform. Doesn't really want to perform. As you have seen, the differentials are acting a little bit weird, maybe from the suspension design or the suspension tune, or maybe the differentials themselves are like vicious or open, I think. Who knows, because I truly forgot what these silly differentials were. But as a performance, it's not bad. 56.9 when 919, not bad at all. Alright, let's move on with the next thing then. Okay, so the next car is called the GMV. This thing is a station wagon, as you can see. This thing has scored 219.9 total category points from a 2.4 liter inline 4 turbo, making 254 horsepower and 5.2 seconds from 0 to 100. The styling, well, looks like a normal car. Looks like a normal car with some rally bits stuck onto it, like those rally lights on the front or in the middle, like these. But the rest of the car is just normal family station wagon, which looks very, very decent. I like it as a normal car. So let's see if it can actually live to the reputation of being a rally car then. And of course we have mud flaps, which are a very, very nice touch. So let's see. Quiet engine, nice acceleration, the engine is actually working very, very nicely. I'm not feeling any lag at all, which is really, really nice. Yes, you can actually slide this thing. Finally, another decent car. Yes, look at that. 250 horsepower and so much fun. No need for 500 or 400 horsepower to have fun. $57.6, not bad. Wow, 250 horsepower, and it's much more fun than the previous cars, and much more powerful and quick around corners, because the suspension is actually very decent, the tires are very decent, and the engine is not laggy at all. The engine is working perfectly at low RPM and at high RPM, and that's what I love about this car. And it looks normal, looks like a normal car with just rally bits on it. Absolutely amazing. Good work, my friend. Now let's move on with the next car. Okay, so the next car is called the Satsuki Takara, I think, a Japanese name maybe, who knows. So this thing has scored 221.3 total category points from a 4 liter V6 engine and 400 horsepower, and of course 4.7 seconds from 0 to 100. Now, first glance about this car, and I think everyone agrees with me, which is too much stickers and too much badges, like quad cam, these like red, blue. I mean of course rally cars have a lot of stickers and sponsorships on them and all this nonsense, but for example, I like this. These fits the area correctly. This one maybe. I like those vents, and those maybe on the hood, like the blue and the red, looks nicely. But the 4x4, yeah, if it's smaller, a little bit smaller, looks much better. The quad cam, maybe I'm not so sure. This one is not really necessary, but these are not bad. EFI, so yeah, it's half and half. I like the styling, I like the body. The stickers, not all of them. And look at that, mud flaps, huge mud flaps, which is a nice touch, realistic touch. So let's see how to perform them. Wow, long gears. Lost something, like a front lip or something. Oh, look at that. Oops. But it's good. It's a good fun. So yeah, it's not really the quickest one, as you have seen. It's in the last place, but it's so much fun. You need to learn how to control it. But I think this car has become so much slow because it's a tire smoking machine. It wants to slide. This thing is like a drift machine, which is really good, on the tarmac. But on dirt, you need to have a little bit extra grip and a little bit less power. This thing, I mean, this thing is making 400 horsepower with this tire setup and this suspension setup, and of course in this gearbox setup. 400 horsepower is too much. Maybe 350 would have been much more controllable, but I enjoyed it. I truly enjoyed it. So good work on this amazing creation. The handling is just fun all the way. Tire smoking monster. Let's move on then. Alright, so the next car is called the Giglio, Giglio. This thing has scored 221.5 total category points from an inline 5 turbo, 2.8 liter of course, and making 380 horsepower and 4.6 seconds. Now the styling looks actually pretty decent. I mean, normal looking car with just stickers and mud flaps and front rally headlights. Not bad at all. Looks very normal, and it sounds actually decent. Alright, acceleration is good. Oh, what happened? The ride height is too much, I think. Wow, no ABS, alright. Yep. That's nice. Wow, the steering is just... $57. Wow, there's something catastrophically wrong with the steering. With these cars, a lot of cars came so far with a lot of steering problems because of the suspension and too much ride height. So 57.1 then, not bad at all, and it's a tire smoking machine there again, which is really an awesome and fun. So let's move on then. Alright, so the next car is called the BeamMeMe MEME-O. That's the name of it. This thing has scored 222.6 total category points from a 1.8 liter. Oh, how is that possible? Oh yeah, it's a 1.8 liter inline 5 turbo, making 347 horsepower and 7 seconds from 0 to 100. Styling, it's a coupe with a laggy engine. So this thing is actually a little bit bad actually around some corners. The engine is not acting very nicely. The gearbox ratios are very heavy for rally car. I mean, you really can't feel any horsepower. You just put your foot hard down, nothing is happening, and then the turbo will kick in, the car will understeer, and you have to repeat that, which is not really good. But this thing actually scored very nice time, 57.053, because the suspension is good, tires are not bad, but the gearbox and the engine are ruining themselves with this car. That's why it's not in the 56 or the 59, the 55 category. So it's not that bad. It needs a little bit extra attention, but it's not bad. Alright, so let's move on with the next thing. Alright then, so the next car is called the VNaam, 225 total category points, 2.8 liter inline 5 engine, 447 horsepower and 3.7 seconds. Well, first glance this thing looks like a truly American coupe, or American, like, you know, classic American coupe, like for example some sort of Buick or something. The details are actually very decent. I mean, look at that door handle integrated with the grill or with the side vent. The front is actually very nice looking. The side is very decent. Turbo badge. I mean, look at that, super wide tires. Yeah, so let's see how to perform. Laggy engine. Nice acceleration. Oops. Tough car. Nice. .69. That's actually very decent. Third place so far, which is absolutely decent. The VNaam is actually a nice car. Of course, if I was a little bit cleaner, it can go like into the second place, you know, 59, maybe 55.9 or 55.8. Maybe I was a little bit cleaner, but it's actually a very decent car. But of course, this thing will never go into the 53s or even quicker. So it's pretty nice and pretty detailed, and I like it so much. Thank you so much for creating the VNaam. Moving on. Okay, so the next car goes for the Puge Henies. That's his name, I think. So 228 total category points, 1.4 liter inline 6 turbo, 289.6 horsepower and 4.4 seconds from 0 to 100. Now, first glance, this thing looks like a hatchback, a two-door hatchback, I think, or four-door. Yeah, so it's a two-door hatchback, I think, and looks like a rally car from some angles and a really weird car from some other angles. So yeah, the performance will tell us how this thing will actually perform. Oh, laggy engine. Wow, very grippy. Whoa, 51.152, extremely precise car. I like it. This thing is extremely precise. I mean, it's grippy, it's nimble, the horsepower is very perfect. The engine is a little bit laggy, to be honest, but the gearbox ratios, I mean, they are making the engine rev really high and makes you feel all the horsepower without noticing any lag, which is really awesome. The suspension is decent. Now this thing is really quick, but the styling is a little bit too weird for me. It's very wide, very hatchbacky. It doesn't really feel like a rally car. It feels like a track car more than a rally car, but this thing can slide, this thing can do all the rally car crazy things, and it works very nicely. Alright, so 151 so far. Let's see if another car can beat this number. Okay, so the next car is called the Puma. This thing has scored 228.7 total category points from a 2.6 liters inline 6 turbo, 310 horsepower and 5.2 seconds from 0 to 100. Now the styling of this car looks like a normal 1980s coupe, Japanese coupe or something like this, and well, nothing else, only some rally headlights, and that's pretty much it. Nothing else. We have mud flaps, which they are a nice touch, but the car looks like a normal two-door coupe from the 80s. Not bad indeed. 1 minute, oh sorry, not 1 minute, 55 seconds, .752. Not bad at all. And it's a tire smoking machine, very balanced, very nice. The engine is actually working pretty decently. The gearbox ratios are not bad, and I like the styling pretty nicely. So it's a true Puma. Good work, my friend. Let's move on. Okay, so the next car is called the Lander. This thing has scored 229.7 total category points from a Boxer 6 turbo, 384 horsepower and 4.8 seconds from 0 to 100. Of course the engine is a 2.8 liter because it's a turbo, and now let's see how to perform. But before, let's check the styling. Oh, that's a nice detail. So it says here terrific or what? Yeah, and Nasri, that's my surname, which is really awesome. Thank you, my friend. 4x4 mountain logo, 4x4 badge, a tow hook arrow, so you know where to tow the car, which is really awesome. I like it. A lot of details, not bad at all. So 57.502, not bad at all. The engine actually is a little bit too laggy for me. I mean, I had to drop the shift down to make it work, and the gearbox ratios are very short. I mean, you can't really reach the peak torque of the engine to make the tires, you know, spin, to have a smooth slide. I can't reach that with this gear ratios. They are very short, and the engine is so laggy. I mean, it's not really 100% precise. You know, the gearbox and the engine are not really 100% tuned to work together, and that's not really efficient. But the styling of the car is actually pretty nice. The suspension is very good, the tires are very good, brakes works, but the engine and the gearbox are not working together. The tune is not really precise for both of them. That was unfortunate. So let's move on then. Okay, so the next car is called the DVD. This thing has scored 233.8 total category points, 2.5 liter inline 5 turbo, 317 horsepower and 5.9 seconds. Well, the styling of the car looks like a coupe, a long looking coupe with some logos and some, look at the headlights, those integrated rally lights. Not bad, nice touch indeed. But it doesn't really say, look at me, I'm a rally car. I mean, it does say I'm a normal coupe with, I don't know, all-wheel drive and rally tires. So yeah, let's see how this thing will perform. I think the power goes to the rear so much, and it's becoming like a rear-wheel drive car. What a shame. So no more sliding then, let's keep it precise. Even precise is not really working greatly. The engine is laggy. Brakes works. Lag all the way. Come on. 55.5. 55.569. It's not bad at all, but the suspension tune is so soft and so weird. The gearbox ratios are very heavy for this engine because the engine is really laggy, and the gearbox, when you shift into the next gear, the engine just dies. You have to shift it down again to spool the turbo and to get the power, and when you shift it up again, the engine will just die and bogs down. That's not really what you call a very good rally setup. But 55 seconds, third place, not bad at all. Let's move on with the next car. Okay, so the next car is called the Churchill. Look at it. It just, I mean, wow. Look at the vents, spoiler. What's that on the roof? Like that massive roof scoop. I mean, it's really, I don't know if it's a race car or a rally car or a trailblazer car. I don't know. I really don't know. And this thing has very weird styling, to be honest. And look at that wheel gap or that wheel fender, right? You can see absolutely everything. Nothing is hidden. The ride height is just too much, I think. So yeah, the Churchill, 233.8 total category points, Boxer 6 turbo, 345 horsepower, 4.5 seconds. Oh my god, laggy. Lag, power. Wow, the lag. Oops, we have lost the front lip. Understeers, hard, and very laggy engine. Wow, understeers hard. And turbo lag. 54.352, third place again. Not bad, 54. I was expecting it to be a little bit extra slower, but not bad at all. 54.3. Good work on the Churchill, but yeah, the engine is so laggy. The gearbox ratios are extra heavy on this engine. I mean, the suspension is a little bit understeery, or maybe the suspension is actually good, but the tires are not really gripping. It just understeers hard. Yeah, that's why this thing can't get any extra quicker. I mean, yes, you can try again. It can get maybe to the 54 exactly, or maybe 53.9, but no more than that. Alright, let's move on then. Alright then, so the next car is called the Macveler Sport. This thing has scored 200.2 total category points from a 554 horsepower, 2.8 liter inline 5 turbo, and 4.1 seconds from 0 to 100. Now, first class, this car is actually looking very decent, like a true like quick rally car. All the appropriate touches and all the appropriate, like, look at it. All the vents, the headlights, the side vents, the rear spoiler, the diffuser, everything is absolutely identical to a very fast, like Trailblazer, or as they call, you know, quick rally car or rallycross, right? Maybe they call them. So yeah, I'm not really sure which category fits it, but it looks absolutely decent and really awesome. Look at those details, like the badges, the side vents. I mean, everything is looking decent. The rims are not really, you know, a nice touch, but everything else is really nice. So loud. So 56.786. Now this thing is absolutely very loud. I mean, extremely loud. The headphones are just destroying themselves when the engine is revving really high. Second of all, this engine is really laggy. I mean, you have to wait and then get all the 500 horsepower and then shift up, the horsepower dies and then the engine bogs down and the car won't slide, which is not really appropriate. But so far so good, 56.786, right, which is not really bad at all. So far so the quickest time so far is 51 and no other cars is crashing it. So let's move on and see if we can actually get even close to it. Okay, so the next car is called the PSA. This thing has scored 249.2 total category points from a 4-liter V8 engine, flat plane, 320 horsepower EFI with 3.9 seconds from 0 to 100. Now look at this thing, absolutely amazing. Look at that, all these amazing details. Look at that. Alright, let's see how to look. Wow, 53.718, very fast time. I'm impressed. This thing feels very balanced, very accurate, and I mean, it can spin the tires easily, and it can be a very, or not very, extremely fun car. And I had so much fun with it. I mean, this thing is really balanced. The engine is really torquey, really beautiful, and the gearbox ratios are perfect. I enjoyed it so much. Really awesome. I really can't wait to drive it again on better tracks. But this thing is absolutely a masterpiece so far. So good work, my friend, on the PSA. Now let's move on with the last car. Okay, so the final car that we have here, which is the highest car with the highest total category points, 286 total category points, is the Velox ABM. This thing has a 2.8 liter twin turbocharged V10 engine, producing 422 horsepower and 0 to 100 in 3.7 seconds. Now the styling of this car, this thing looks like a classic Corvette, I think. Body and, you know, pop-up headlamps, which are a very classic touch. Vents everywhere, stickers everywhere, and let's see, and not bad. I mean, the styling is not bad at all. Look at it, Velox ABM RC10, not bad. So let's see how to perform. Alright, so here we go. The Velox ABM has crushed that, what is it? That Puge Henies, the Hornet, the 1.4 tiny hatchback. It can slide like a rally car, and it can be very grippy like a track car, which is absolutely like mind-blowing, because usually rally cars are not really what you call grippy cars. They like to slide so much, but this one, you can do both. If you want to slide it around, you can use the engine power, the power of the engine, of course, to slide it, smoke the 4 tires, or if you want this car to behave like a true track car, it can do that as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it, my friends. The Velox ABM is the quickest car here. So yes, for the first time ever, the car with the highest total category points is the fastest car, and it's the winner of this challenge. So congratulations to the Velox ABM. We have seen him winning some previous challenges in the past, and he gave us some crazy creations, and he also gave us this amazing creations too. So thank you so much, my friend, and thank you so much, guys, for watching, and for participating in this amazing challenge. It wasn't really easy for me to film those cars. So many crashes, so many tires blown off, so many engine blowing up. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching. I truly hope that you enjoyed this video, and yes, this is the winner then, the Velox ABM, the quickest and the best rally car in this challenge, because this thing is an absolute masterpiece. It's very drivable, it's very sporty, it's very safe, it's very it's very efficient, and it's powerful, and it's the fastest here, which is absolutely mind-blowing. I truly enjoy driving all your crazy creations, and I do apologize about some of the cars that got disqualified. Better luck next times, my friends, and I will see you very soon with more challenges. Very soon I will be doing a voting on YouTube, so you can vote on the next challenge. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you enjoy my videos, if you want to support the channel, the link in the description below, so you can support the channel. Sign up to my Patreon page, download those cars and the rally prize, which will be presented to the Velox ABM creator on Discord. So of course, hit that thumbs up, get subscribed, share the video if you want to share it, and of course stay tuned for more amazing videos very soon. And thank you so much, guys, for watching, and goodbye for now, my friends.